Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche.
Hi, everybody. How we doing? So let me welcome you to the Department of Justice and our great hall. We're thrilled that you're here with us today. This is an incredibly historic day for our department and for everybody in this room, because I know you guys are not here to see me. I know who you're here to see. And it's because for the first time, President Trump is going to come here and speak at the Department of Justice in our great hall. And it's a great day. I want to thank we have a ton of special guests here today, and Attorney General Bondi is going to thank you as well. But thank you all for being here. There's law enforcement, our state and local partners, states attorneys generals, folks from the Hill, and we really, really appreciate you taking time to come and hear President Trump speak shortly. Director Patel is great, isn't he? So like was just announced from above, my name's Todd Blanche and I'm the Deputy Attorney General. I will tell you that I love this department. Our mission, keeping our borders safe, keeping our cities safe, our rural communities safe, that's a great job. That's our mission, and we're executing, as Director Patel just said, on that mission right now. Some of you may know me because I represented President Trump over the past couple of years. Enough has been said about what happened to him over the past 4 years. But I was right next to him. I stood next to him making that very stern, mean face that you saw. On multiple occasions, I met with him on multiple occasions, and I will tell you, the media attacks, the partisan prosecutors, the complete and utter lawfare, the assassination attempts that happened on more than one occasion against his life, through all those things, through all that time, he was a complete inspiration to me personally. He just stayed completely resolved, as you've heard and seen on multiple occasions over the past year. He never wavered. He was resolved to keep fighting on behalf of the American people, and that's the inspiration that I felt from him for the past several years, and it's the inspiration that drives me every single day. In a little while, you're going to hear from our great Attorney General, and she's going to also share some words about the vision and what we're going to do to make America safe again. I've been here 7 days. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of what I've learned in that time, of what we've already done since January 20th. 53 days ago, the President made the American people a promise. He promised that under his watch, safety will be restored, violent criminals and illegal aliens will be brought to justice, and the partisan weaponization of the Justice Department will end. We have a lot of work to do to keep that promise to the country, but let me tell you a bit about what we've already done. The President promised to the American people to eliminate the cartels that have been flooding our country with drugs and violent criminals. We responded, as Director Patel just said a few minutes ago, by working with the President's team to secure custody of 29 cartel leaders from Mexico. These defendants were responsible for horrific crimes, including murders, drug trafficking, money laundering, and we brought them to the United States, where they will face justice. Now, among the criminals that we brought back from Mexico was RCQ, Rafael Caro Quintero. He led a vicious cartel and was responsible for the torture and murder of DE agent Kiki Camarena in 1985, 40 years ago. Now, the United States chased that man. Law enforcement from every agency chased that man for 40 years, and we got him. I was really happy and satisfied to learn just the other day that Special Agent Camarena's handcuffs, they were saved by his son, who is now a judge in California, were used on RCQ at his presentment in United States District Court. We are not stopping at the 29 folks that we already brought here. We will continue to hunt down cartel members throughout America, Mexico, South America, and everywhere in the world. Last month, President Trump designated MS-13 and TDA and other cartels as foreign terrorist organizations. These designations are important to the Department of Justice. They allow us to charge members of the cartels and their affiliates with terrorism charges because they are terrorists. This designation reflects the damage that they have done to our communities everywhere in this country. They're of course not only harming our country and the people through more than just drug trafficking, but also all kinds of other illegal activities. And so the people that support him, both in the United States and abroad, will be targeted by us. The president promised to crack down on illegal immigration, and that has been a major problem in this country for a very long time. Since January 20th, just a couple months ago, DOJ prosecutors in our border districts have filed criminal cases against over 6,600 illegal aliens. That's worth clapping. In Arizona alone, we've charged over 3,000 illegal aliens in just the past 2 months. Illegal immigration has resulted in the deaths of countless American citizens. Take the case of Wake County Sheriff Deputy Ned Byrd. On August 11, 2022, he was murdered at the hands of 2 illegal aliens. Now, they were brothers, the Sotelo brothers, and they were arrested, but one of them escaped prison and fled to Mexico. He remained in Mexico for over 2 years. Then President Trump took office. The Justice Department and our law enforcement worked tirelessly, and he was brought back to the United States where he will face justice. We are also setting up task forces with our Homeland Security partners. These task forces include the FBI, DEA, prosecutors, our state and local prosecution offices and law enforcement support, some of which are here today. And their mission is clear and critical, is to aggressively enforce immigration laws and ruthlessly pursue members of transnational criminal organizations. Director Patel mentioned one, and it's worth mentioning again. It's right across the river in the Eastern District of Virginia. It's the first task force that we set up, and they've already arrested over 220 gang members, and we are pursuing hundreds more just with that one task force. Now, President Trump also promised that we will always support our courageous law enforcement officers. They are on the front lines in the fight against crime and in the fight against illegal immigration, and we will have their backs. In an executive order, the president directed us to seek the death penalty where appropriate for anyone who murders a law enforcement officer. 2 months ago, U.S. Border Patrol agent David Christopher Mayland was tragically murdered in Vermont. Last month, a federal grand jury indicted Teresa Youngblood for the shooting of Agent Mayland. We are strongly considering seeking the death penalty in that case. The president promised that under his watch, we will no longer stand by while universities tolerate and facilitate anti-Semitism and support of terrorism on their campuses. The department's recent actions, which hopefully you've seen at Columbia University in coordination with our law enforcement agency partners, are part of the administration's mission to end anti-Semitism in this country. Just last night, we worked with the Department of Homeland Security to execute search warrants from an investigation into Columbia University for harboring and concealing illegal aliens on its campus. That investigation is ongoing, and we are also looking at whether Columbia's handling of earlier incidents violated civil rights laws and included terrorism crimes. This is long overdue. Let me be clear. Hamas is a terrorist organization. It has the blood of American citizens on its hands, innocent victims, many of whom are citizens of this country, have died because of Hamas's actions. Any person engaging in material support of terrorism will be prosecuted. This includes those who threaten acts of violence on behalf of Hamas in the United States or even pay Hamas in the United States. The president also promised an end to the weaponization of government. Our weaponization inquiries are ongoing. They include matters relating to J6, improper prosecutions under the FACE Act, and the case against Colorado elections clerk Tina Peters. Under General Bondi's watch, the weaponization has stopped, period. The department's focus is now squarely on our core mission, keeping the American people safe. That was a brief overview, and as you can tell, we have been very busy doing a lot of work in this department since January 20th. And that would not have been possible with everybody in this room. Without everybody in this room. One thing has become clear to me as I've met with the men and women of the Justice Department just over the past week, and that's that we are blessed to have extraordinary law enforcement officers, prosecutors, civil lawyers, hardworking staff working every day to execute on our mission, and I thank them for that. They've made me feel welcome, and I can't wait to work with them for the next 4 years. So this is just the beginning. It's March. We have a lot of work to do and plenty of time to do it. I will tell you, under Attorney General Bondi's leadership, we will work tirelessly to restore law and order to our great nation. We will back the blue. And I couldn't agree more with what Cash said a few minutes ago, that we are going to go after violent criminals and illegal aliens throughout our nation. I'm gonna stop talking now, and there's gonna be a brief break before you hear from the main event, Attorney General Bondi and the President of the United States. But I just want to thank, again, all of you folks for being here today. I want to thank President Trump for visiting us today on what is a truly historic day, and most of all, I want to thank all of you for being here. And we got a lot of work to do, and we're ready to do it. Thank you very much. Your touch